A district court judge is expected to hand down a decision tomorrow on if and when there will be an election on whether to raise Albuquerque's minimum wage. As News 13's Alex Goldsmith reports, it's a tangled issue with very little time left to sort out the complications.
A local group gathered more than 25,000 signatures on a petition to put a $1 hike in Albuquerque's minimum wage on the November ballot. But in one sentence, instead of employees, the petition read employers, completely changing that sentence's meaning. City Attorney David Turek says that alone should keep the issue off the ballot.
That faulty, confusing question under our charter is allowed to go on the ballot. It shouldn't. It should not go on the ballot. They should go back, regroup, get their signatures, and resubmit it.
I think the error is obvious and meaningless.
District Court Judge Nan Nash has to not only sort out who's right on that point, but also when the election could be held. Under the city charter, the city has to hold an election within 90 days of when the proposal was submitted. In this instance, no later than November 11th. But under state law, no city election can be held 42 days before or 30 days after the general election. Attorneys for the minimum wage group say the only legal date for an election is November 6th. While an attorney for the city clerk says one could be scheduled in early December. County Clerk Maggie Toulouse-Oliver says because her office has to help the city run the election, there's only one day that makes sense.
For me personally and for my staff, for the resources that we have at our disposal, the best and easiest thing would be to place this question on the general election ballot.
Judge Nash is expected to make a ruling early tomorrow because the county clerk has to certify the November ballot tomorrow. Either side could appeal to the state Supreme Court. In the Newsplex, Alex Goldsmith, KRQE News 13.
The council has already fought to avoid having a special election on the Paseo overhaul because it would cost about $400,000 to do it. We'll have to see whether that will apply to a minimum wage hike.